Well, we finally got day one of jury selection in the books for the Sarah Boone trial, and we're going to go over some of the recaps of it in today's video. Hello, Sofa Squad, and welcome back to the sofa. Sofa back there behind me. I'm right here in front of it. Bo and Luke are in tow. It's been a bit of a stressful jury selection day for them, but they're hanging in there. It's just finished being feeding time and, all that kind of stuff time. So we are hyper. We want to play, and so we'll just see how this recording goes. But we are going to put them down for a minute because they're ready to rumble. So we might hear their little patters on the floor. Now, what I want to do today is talk about the Sarah Boone trial. It's underway. We finally got to day one. Yeah, as you know, if you've been following this, it was delayed because of the storm and other things and whatnot. So this was not televised, although people were live tweeting and whatnot from it. So what I'm going to do is cover a couple of the people's tweets and just talk about that in that way. What we did is we went live on my podcast channel and we kind of hung out, talked about the case, read some documents, looked at videos, read the tweets as they came out for about half the day. And I just want to go back over the main talking points that stuck out to me for this channel over here. So that being said, what I'll do is I'll put them up here. Who we're going to be mostly looking at is Kathy Rusin from Law and Crime. I highly encourage you to follow her. I'll put her stuff in the description down below. Now, the first thing that was major to me, at least, is the tweet you're going to see here on the screen, and this is some questions for the potential jurors. So as you see here, has anyone seen any videos about a man in a suitcase? Has anyone commented on social media about any videos of a man in a suitcase? Has anyone seen a video of Miss Boone being interrogated by police? Has anyone commented on social media about Miss Boone being interrogated by police? Has anyone seen body worn camera videos of Miss Boone speaking to police? Now, as you can see here, a general theme going on here, and this is, exposure of this case to everybody and the stuff that's gone viral if you've been following this, right? Sarah's very concerned about this. Remember, she has tons of fans. This is a big thing to her. Now, as you'll see here as we get into it, yes, some jurors are like, oh, that woman right there, the suitcase lady, suitcase Sarah, yep, know her, right? But overall, I think they had good numbers come through. So to me, this is telling us a big concern of the defense. And again, if I was there, I would be concerned about it too, right? This is incredibly damning evidence. You don't want people to already have an opinion of this. Now let's go on and look at the next screenshot here. And these are just going to be like a little battery of tweets by Kathy throughout this, and I'm just going to read through them and kind of talk about them along the way. So the top of the page, it says 3 of the 50 potential jurors immediately recognized Sarah Boone. Now, I was saying this in live chat, part of her was loving that attention, right? She's like, yes, it's me. Even though this is like a double-edged sword, I really don't want you to recognize me. I am going to be doing autographs later, okay? You got to wrap me though. Just keep that in mind. Okay, so next one. The state's witness list is approximately 50 people. They just read the names off to see if any of the jurors recognize the names. And of course, this makes sense, right? They're really dotting their I's and crossing their T's. Now, the next one says 15 of the first 50 potential jurors made it past the hardship round. The remaining 35 were struck for cause for on stipulation and citing reasons for full-time students, vacations already paid for, health reasons, childcare, things of that nature. This is very common. Okay, down further, 2 of the 15 jurors raised their paddles, indicating that they have seen the video of a man in a suitcase. This is a very viral video, and it's very difficult to watch. I'm gonna do a separate video on that, like a recap, or not a recap, but just watch it again, basically. Because today, what I found out in the live chat, where I was just like, have we listened to the 911 phone call? Okay, well, let's go listen to it again. So much of this stuff I've forgotten about. And at the heart of this is George in a horrific way that he lost his life. And reviewing some of that stuff today, I was just like, oh my God, I forgot the horror of this case, the way that it went down. Now, again, with these jurors and whatnot, this stuff is going viral again, right? I mean, how often do you hear of a case like this, okay? It's very rare. It's like Michael Peterson and the staircase. These things just don't happen that often. Okay, let's continue on. So down there it says, juror number 35 raised their paddle at pretty much every question about seeing the suitcase video, Sarah Boone interrogation, etc., and that they do not believe that they could be a fair juror. A total of 3, that includes number 35 of the 15, indicated they cannot be fair and impartial. So this one right here, this one's a true crime person. They've been down the rabbit hole. They've been commenting on the damn videos. They're probably going to be in the comment section somewhere talking about, I want the tea. This is what she was like in person, right? Okay, they're a true crime person. They're like, I've seen it all. Imagine if one of us got pulled in there, right? It would be so difficult to be fair and impartial with the stuff that we've seen. There's no way. Okay, let's read the last one up here. It says 11 of the 50 made it through. They were given a number to call to find out what day they need to return. New panel of 50 potential jurors coming in after lunch at 1:45 p.m. Okay, now the next one we're going to see on the screen here is like a nice little reminder tweet by Kathy. And it says here, for second-degree murder in Florida, they only seat a 6-person jury. They will also select a minimum of 4 alternates. Judge would like to get more than 4 alternates if they can. So this is very good numbers that they're dealing with, right? Now, another person I was following, and this is Stephanie Buffamonte. She's from Fox 35 Orlando, and I'm just going to put one of her things up here. Be sure to give her a follow as well. If you're wanting to follow people tweeting and whatnot, about this, she's in there. This is like as far as news agencies go. And what we're going to do is we're going to look at the one that she's replying to at the very bottom here, and it says the state and defense's witness lists were both read. Both include Sarah Boone's ex-husband, that's Brian. He was seen on body camera back in 2020 telling deputies that Boone and Jorge Torres had issues with DV and that Boone had a drinking problem. Now remember, he's done these interviews and whatnot, and he doesn't really have great things to say about little Miss Sarah, okay? So he's going to be up there for both sides, and I don't think it's going to go the way that she's wanting. Now moving on here, we are back to Kathy Rusin of Law and Crime, and she says, Judge sends potential jurors out for a break and tells them they can talk about anything but the case. And he says, if you're a Gator fan, I have bad news for you. You lost Graham Mertz for the year. He tore his ACL. It could be worse. You could be a Florida State fan. And the judge holds up his FSU coffee cup. I love this judge, and I love that he kind of broke the water, the ice, however you say it, with this little bit of humor in here to do that, because again, this is very awkward for jurors coming in, especially a situation like this where, imagine if you didn't know about this and you're coming in and hearing about this for the first time and you're like, and number 2, it's 3 weeks long. Like we're going to get to that in a second, but it's a long time. So you need someone who's going to add a little bit of levity to it. That's not going to make it feel like a stuffy courtroom. Not saying that it's unprofessional, but it just is what it is. Now in this next one, we're still dealing with Kathy Rusin from Law and Crime over here. She says on a potential stinky note, Sarah Boone's attorney tells the judge she starts her day around 2 a.m. to be transported to the court. She won't get back from court each night until potentially 9 p.m. She's worried she won't have any opportunities to shower. They're going to see how it goes tonight, tomorrow morning. I mean, in all honesty, so it's like if she gets up at 2 o'clock to start her day, do the transport, all that type of stuff, and if she's not getting back to the evening time, I mean, I get it, right? It's like, oh my God, imagine by the end of that, you're either exhausted or you're going to be wide awake with it's the trial, okay? Like, it is what it is. They might be like, look, we're going to keep her down here or wherever it is she's hanging out. She might want that. I don't know. Now, let's go in here. We're going to see kind of like what rounded out the day here, okay? And it says jury selection, 23 total today out of 100 qualified to move on. A new panel of 50 will be brought in tomorrow morning. Judge Kranick is looking for 50 qualified jurors before the final chosen panel. He's shooting high for 8 alternates for a total of 14 jurors. He might settle for less than that. Opening statements won't happen before Wednesday. Sarah was very animated with her attorneys before she was escorted out. Now, on that note, let's take a look at that footage. I'm going to put it up on the screen here. Now, as you'll see, she's serving these little shoulder pads, that little blue thing. She's got a little tassel, tuffly thing going on here. You see the woman in the background. She's laughing and doing stuff and joking. Sarah, in my opinion, I do not personally know her, loves this attention. There's a dynamic of this that she enjoys this attention. And as we were talking in the live chat, this is probably the most attention she's ever gotten. I mean, this is like infamy, right? I mean, she's over here. I have fans. People all over the globe know me. My fans will pay for it. This, that, and the other. Look at there. She's getting all this attention in here. She's got everyone eyes on her. This, that, and the other. And so I think she enjoys a part of it. You know, we were talking in the live chat too. It made me wonder if part of her wanting to not take the deal and all this was kind of continuing on with this saga. I mean, I don't know what else to call it at this point, right? Just a saga, this bizarre movie we're watching, okay? So those are all the little things that I wanted to go over for today. It was really uneventful and whatnot. So me personally, I'm not sure if they'll even go on Wednesday. I almost think it'll be Thursday. Now, part of that is because of this. I am working part of the day Thursday, so that would be prime for opening statements. The only time I'm working this week, right, is Thursday. And I'm like, that's when opening statements will happen, okay? But we'll see. Maybe we could get to them Wednesday afternoon. Now, I will be, well, this is what we're going to do. So I'm going to be live streaming this as I can, as much as I can, okay? Now, depending on when you're watching this, I'm going to try and have this up Tuesday morning. What I'm going to do is just Tuesday evening do a live chat on the podcast channel and read through tweets and whatnot and that kind of thing. And then maybe do a recap of it for this channel, because I know there's like kind of two different audiences for the channel. There is a lot of overlap, and I appreciate y'all for that. But there's also people who just, they want my pre-recorded stuff, right? And I get that. I totally 100% get it. So that's it. So if you do want to do the live chats, just make sure to subscribe to my other channel. It's down in the description below. It's very, y'all, it's not fancy. Okay, we just, it's whatever, okay? It's literally as if we're friends hanging out on the sofa, me emotionally eating the whole time, talking about the case, okay, as we see it. Okay, it's not a fancy live chat, but it is what it is. So that's all. I do appreciate you tuning in and watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. We will be checking in with Sarah later on this evening. So let me know what you think down in the comments section, and if you could drop some sofas off for Roscoe and Spirit. Bo and Luke are scurrying around at my feet, so we have a place to hang out to talk about Sarah Boone and all this other crazy stuff we talk about here at the Sofa Squad. And until we meander our way to the comment section to do all that, I'll see y'all soon. I just wanted to say thank you again for watching the whole video, and also thank you for being part of the Sofa Squad. Special thanks to all the Patreon members, channel members from both of my channels, everybody who likes, shares, subscribes, comments in the comment sections. It helps the channel out so much. Now, don't forget, I do have that other channel, the podcast channel. That's where we go live, we hang out, we talk. We have kind of sort of a schedule, but just be sure and check it out. I'll put it up here on the screen. Also, if you're looking for merch, be sure to check out my Teespring store. I'll put that up here. And then, like I said in the beginning of the video, if you want to follow me and Roscoe on the Instagram, go on, check it out. It's right here on the screen again. But once again, thank you very much. I really appreciate you being part of the Sofa Squad, and I'll see you in the next video.